Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It Down. Let's check out the Temple of Desna.
I'll go ahead.
It's seen better days. I had another vision from our mysterious helper, who said the same thing as before, about the attack on Canabras. An altar of Desna, goddess of luck, patron deity of travelers and dreamers.
I know the way.
Fanfare of the Faithful. The title after my own heart. You like me some alliteration. As soon as the supplies for the festivities had been brought into the city, and the heralds had spread the news throughout the localities, the celebration began. Thousands of Canabresians took to the streets to hail their stalwart defenders. Trumpeters and drummers opened the procession, with the orders following behind. Crusader brethren with their gleaming steel and their banners flying high. The first to come were the ever-bright Crusaders, the most virtuous and righteous of all of Canabras' defenders. So deep was their devotion that when confronted with the shouted greetings and the glinting of adoring eyes, many of the knights began to pray, as though attempting to ward off sinful pride. Leading the contingent and flanked by higher-ranking Crusaders was the Order's commander, the esteemed Char? I'm going to call it Char. Char Kobolin, who was a father to his soldiers and a mentor to his recruits. Next came the Order of the Flaming Lance, those indefatigable persecutors, such a weird word to say, of evil and vice, renowned for their doggedness and fortitude. Heavy shadow veiled the faces of those Crusaders, who too often have witnessed the monstrous nightmares of the world wound, and who daily risk their very souls in service of the vulnerable and defenseless. Commander Myamir, famed for her scholarship and sagacity, marched with the Order's rank and file. The procession continued with the Crusaders of the Order of the Sunrise Sword. At the sight of their banners, many in the crowd began singing songs and ballads, composed long ago by the valiant souls of this order. The spark of inspiration that once breathed life into poetry and odes has grown among the members of this order into a blaze of righteous purpose, which has allowed it to wage war against the abyss with ever greater success. Aetius Strieger led his order, nodding to the welcoming crowds. Also in evidence among the pennants of the orders were those of the Inquisitors, the followers of Prelate Hulrun, relentless witch hunters who devote their days and nights to punishing traitors and heretics. Bring up the rear of the parade, under the command of Irbith Tirabade, was the unassuming Eagle Watch, who applied their talents to sniffing out enemy spies in the city. The Eagle Watch was the humblest of all the orders in attendance, surpassed by all the rest in both size and splendor. Wait, you wouldn't want your counter-espionage force to have all their faces shown in a parade. Proceeding past the gates, the cavalcade made its way through the city streets to the Guard of Honor, waiting to greet the noble heroes along with Terendelev herself in propria persona. Yeah, you wouldn't you wouldn't want all their faces to be revealed. That kind of undermined the whole purpose of the order. Count Arende's servant. Thank the gods. I found someone who isn't fleeing in a panic. Are you Crusaders? Mercenaries? The comely half-elf is so frightened, he can barely get the words out. I'm a servant of Count Darren Cale Nevis Arende. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside, and the house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? The mansion is only a stone's throw away, on the next street over. Meets your gaze with pleading eyes. Count Arende. I've seen him a few times before, from afar. He looked highly audacious. I confess that he did capture my attention, but that's neither here nor there. We should help him. The gratitude of a rich and influential man can only benefit us. You've heard about the Arende family before. This wealthy and noble Mendevian dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. The last surviving member of the family, young Count Darren, has an infamous reputation. He's well known for being a rake and a rogue. Misfortune continues to dog the house of Arende, I see. The servant cringes. You're telling me. Everyone tried to talk me out of taking up the position, saying that it can't have been just bad luck that brought tragedy down on the family and almost killed off the line. But I reasoned that since my master was the only one to survive that calamity, that meant he must be blessed by fate and the powers of good. The fate was nothing to sniff at either. The servant cast his eyes around the street. I should have listened to people smarter than me and gone to work somewhere else, preferably far away from Canabras. Tell me more about what happened. I'll tell you what I can. I was working from dusk till dawn, and back to dusk again, serving guests at the Count's banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me at my post, I went to sleep. Next thing I know, I wake up, and there are demons inside the mansion. I couldn't even reach the Count. The monsters had blocked the way. The Count's banquet was still going on. He and his guests were in the great hall, and as far as I could tell, the door to the room was sealed and the demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, hurry. The mansion's doors are sturdily built. The demons will have to work hard to get past them, so you still have time to rescue the people inside. Alright, I'll help. Where's this master's house? Or your master's house? It's not far at all. You're better off entering from the next street over, through the passage I used to get out. Help, I'm begging you. I hate to think what the Count will do to me if I don't bring back help. If you never brought back help in the first place, you probably wouldn't have to worry about it.
As it should be.
By the sounds of things. Judging by the size of the bloodstain, the body of something truly enormous was dragged over these stones. Brendelev, most likely.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
A rift in the earth left by Discari's massive scythe. You and your companions fell through here during the attack.
No mistakes.
Can we retreat already?
Surrender or else!
This spell doesn't work like that. Let's try this way.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Whoops. This is perfect.
You won't survive me.
Alright, we're in a bit of a pickle here, because I don't think I can target this guy through my horse. There we go. Alright, so my Cavalier took care of almost everything there. That was awesome. I understand how that works, thank you. Alright, let me check something real fast. I think the tutorials turn themselves back on again. No, they're all off. Except for the two that I want enabled. Alright, well that's annoying. Alright, this is better than what we have equipped. For both of us. Go ahead and drop that on the ground. It's hard to believe that this place recently had a bustling and festive market. The demon invasion transformed all of Canabras into one great battlefield, but nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. This place saw a clash of titans, the demon lord Discari leading his hordes from the abyss, and the dragon Trendelev, the mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle, moment by moment, simply by looking at the ruins. From the chimneys torn down by powerful wings in a sharp dive, the bloody tracks left behind, the demon dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. But it is no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins. It's Don Quixote, and he is not alone. The shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over this place. Like a gaze untethered from any observer, this mysterious force unknown to mortal kind silently assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Don Quixote is vested with his power and looks at the world with its eyes. The past, present, and future stand before him as a unified whole, an unmoving, multifaceted crystal that'd be beautiful were it not for the fractures, blemishes, and flecks marring its splendor. What past does he see? In the past exists the one who wielded this gaze in life, although the one in life are anapposite terms for aeons, the supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance. Rather than who or what, a better word for these entities is how. This aeon appeared from outside this world, the great beyond, to put an end to the intermingling of the planes and destroy the world wound, the chasm disrupting the order of the multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle they came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent Ascari back to the abyss. With one swing of his scythe, the Demon Lord cut the Aeon down. What present does he see? Ruins, blood, corpses. None of this perturbs the Aeon's dispassionate gaze. The living are alive, the dead will be judged by Pharasma. All is as it should be. But the demons circling in the sky or prowling through the streets create a jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood-red ink on a restrained pencil sketch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals. The demon's place is in the demon world. How sublime the world would be if everything in it knew its place. But even the demons aren't as abhorrent as the sharp-edged, unassuming crystal languishing in the dirt among the bricks and smashed cobblestones. No mortal would notice it, but to the Aeon's eyes, its mere existence is an outrage against universal laws. If the Aeon still existed, they would not stop until the crystal was unmade. But the Aeon is gone, and only their gaze remains. Don Quixote picks up the crystal out of the dirt and stows it in his pocket. He is mortal, which means he has the power to decide what to do with it. Now, what future does he see? Good and evil, chaos and order. Everything is in its lawful place in the multiverse, and is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disrupting the smooth and steady current of the River of Souls, from life into death, and back to life again. The reality, rid of its flaws, is now perfect. The Aeons withdraw to eternally admire its beauty, which will never be threatened again. After allowing the hero to view the world through their eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed Aeon is killed, even appropriate here for an entity that is so removed from life and death as we understand them, used up its last vestiges of energy. Now they are ready to disperse into nothingness, unless someone decides to preserve the Aeon within themselves. Will the hero take on this power, so that he may look again at the world through another's eyes, or he allow it to vanish? Retain the Aeon's power within yourself. The spirit of the Aeon dwells out of sight, deep in Don Quixote's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles, stowed away until the moment when the hero once again needs to look at the world through another's eyes. In my understanding, we can still choose, we can unlock all the all the mythic paths if we want to. We get to choose which one we commit to at a later date. So we're no more committed to the Aeon path as we are to the angel path right now. Midnight Bolt. The owner of this bolt can shoot it to deal 50 points of damage that can't be ignored or reduced. This bolt cannot miss. So is that the bolt that we shot at Ascari in the beginning?
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Oh, they're right on top of
I'll
us.
cut you wide open.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, they're going straight for my back line. Alright, pull back.
Too late for apologies. I'll hit you! Ah!
They were getting messed up over there, weren't they?
Ready for anything?
What's on your mind? I wonder. I'll watch you back.
Okay,
That is not
should be
far.
good. I've read that description before elsewhere.
Together,
I know what to
we
do.
stand.
I'll go ahead.
And Hulrun should be right here, I think. We'll just circle back
I
around.
found, something.
We should be leveling... Yeah, I think after we do this quest, we'll level up. The Inquisitor gives you an appraising look. Well, what brings you to me? I'll talk to Ramien. He is not your enemy. He only wants what's good for Canabris. The Inquisitor gives you a black look. I would consider those words an admission of treason from anyone else. I don't wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift. And I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with that rabble-rouser Ramien. So I wonder if you went the demon path, if you could still resolve this peacefully. I won't ask you again to kill the rabble-rouser, but as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my faithful will hunt him down. Alright, so let's go back to Ramien and turn that in, and then we'll level up. Now that we're level 4, our paladin will get her spells, and we each get an attribute point. Read that already. I managed to calm Hulrun down a little, but he's still hell-bent on driving you out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. Ramien's head lowers. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all, makes my blood boil. I'll leave Canabris, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. Erebeth Tirabade of the Eagle's Watch is gathering survivors in the Defender's Heart Tavern. You'd be very useful there. Commander Tirabade. I do not know her personally. Her wife and nephew is a regular worshipper at our temple. I'd be glad to aid them in this fight. Alright, I have to go. Thank you for listening to me and defending me. I will go now to the Defender's Heart. I hope to see you there. May Desna keep you. Nice, so we got some clerics to defend. I wonder if we can recruit Hulrun as well. Let's go back and try talking to him one more time, then we'll level up. And we'll clear out this fog of war in the center here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Our cloaks are freaking out. Nope. Does not help. Alright. So my Cavalier gets to nothing at level 4. So I could put 4 points in his strength, because you get 1 attribute point every 4 levels to allocate. So I could put 4 into strength, get it to 24, get that +7 modifier, and put 1 point into intelligence just to round it off, because even numbers are much better than odd numbers. But I think I'm just going to put them all into strength, not even worry about it. Ability and persuasion, of course. Asila gets an additional use of Smite Evil, and she can now channel positive energy. When a paladin reaches 4th level, she gains the supernatural ability to channel positive energy like a cleric. Using this ability consumes 2 uses of her Lay on Hands ability. This energy can be used to cause or heal damage, depending on the creatures targeted. Paladin channels positive energy and can choose to deal damage to undead creatures or to heal living creatures. There's a feat that my main character can get, because he's undead, to heal from positive energy. But I think it's only for half value. So I don't think it's worth actually getting. So channeling positive energy causes a burst that affects all creatures of one type, either undead or living, in a 30-foot radius centered on the paladin. The amount of damage dealt or healed is equal to 1 to 6 points of damage plus 1 to 6 points of damage for every 2 paladin levels beyond first. We don't need to get into all the details. Point into charisma, of course. That +3 modifier. Let's not put in points into trickery since we have other people that can handle trickery for us. Persuasion is still fine, and I think War Religion would be worth investing into. And Knowledge World. And as I mentioned earlier, she gets spells now, so let's go ahead and make sure we equip that. I love Challenge Evil. I like the thematics of it. But Blessed Weapon is also really good. It's kind of like a pseudo Smite Evil. This transmutation makes a weapon strike true against evil foes. The weapon in your primary hand is treated as a magic weapon for the purpose of overcoming DR. The weapon also becomes good aligned, which means it can overcome the DR of certain evil creatures. In addition, all critical threats against evil foes automatically confirm, so every threat is a critical hit. I think we're going to go with that for now. Alright, so I did look over their hexes. We're going to give her a point of dexterity, that +5 modifier, trickery of course, perception, and ice plant is the one that I want to give her. Since she's more of a dexterity tank, I'm going to give her stuff that buffs her ability to hold her own on the front line. Ember is going to be more of the debuffer for enemies. So ice plant, this hex grants the shaman a +2 natural armor bonus to armor class. The effect leaves the shaman's skin thick and stiff to the touch. I don't think that that second part does anything mechanically. But. And it's a passive too. It doesn't look like she has to actually activate it.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Yeah, it doesn't come up in her abilities, but she does have it. Yeah, it's just a straight +2. Okay, cool. I thought she'd have to activate it in combat. Also, I'm going to give this ring to Ember while I'm thinking about it. Alright, Lan, he just gets a key power. I do think focusing on wisdom is the best course of action, since Zen archers can apply their, well, I guess monks in general, can apply their wisdom attack. No, I guess it's just Zen archers, isn't it? Either way, can use wisdom to attack versus dexterity, and he gets other benefits from having a high wisdom as a monk. Alright, so it's either True Strike or Bark Skin. Let's go with Bark Skin. True Strike is probably better since he's not on the front line. This is better for an offensive build. We're gonna rock with that for now. Then Woljif, what does he get? A Debilitating Injury. At 4th level, whenever a rogue deals sneak attack damage to a foe, they can debilitate the target of their attack, causing it to take a penalty for 1 round. This is in addition to any penalty caused by a rogue talent or special ability. The rogue can choose to apply any one of the following penalties when the damage is dealt. Rewarded reduces the target's AC, and then the target takes an additional -2 armor class against all attacks made by the rogue, so -4 if the rogue is attacking them. -2 for everyone else. Disoriented, the target takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls. In addition, the target takes an additional -2 penalty on all attack rolls it makes against the rogue. So -2 attack against everybody, -4 against the rogue. And then Hampered, all of the target speeds are reduced by half to a minimum of 5 feet. They do not stack with themselves, so you can only apply one of these at a time to an enemy. I think the armor class is the best one, because you have more control over it. Because you get the bigger bonus so long as the rogue is attacking that enemy. With the attack rolls, they have to be targeting the rogue, and you can't control who the enemies target. So I'm actually going to give him a point of Constitution just to round that off. And then going forward, his next 4 points will go to Dexterity. Ability, Trickery, don't care for Stealth, Perception, use Magic Device, and Knowledge World. Blur, of course, and Mirror Image. Alright, then she gets a Hex for a point of Charisma. Use Magic Device, Lore Religion, and Knowledge Arcana. Alright, so Camellia is no longer going to be casting Evil Eye in combat. I'm going to leave that up to Ember. And here I'm going to grab Glitter Dust because I keep getting those tooltips saying that just because one of your allies can see an invisible enemy, that doesn't benefit the rest of your party. So grab a spell like Glitter Dust or Fairy Fire. I'm going to go ahead and grab this because I feel like invisible enemies are going to be a common occurrence. Just like the one we fought last episode.
Don't mind me.
I keep that on,
Well.
and I think we're all set.
No reason to pause.
Alright, let's quick save. And onward. What do we have here? Alright, so we've already read this. We can always sell it. Oh, hey, there's that Vrock. Alright, so he looks like a pretty tough cookie. 10 damage reduction, that's gonna be annoying. Alright.
Follow my lead.
Let's pull back and buff up.
Focus on the goal.
Alright, so this wore off. Let's go ahead and cast that again.
We will win this war.
I should give him heroism.
Meditate on your mistakes.
Oh, I used up the quiver. I forgot to turn it back off. Shoot. Well,
A bright future awaits us.
that'll be okay. Push from a large person, protection from evil,
Open your heart to me.
protection from evil.
Rely on me.
You can trust me.
Alright, so we can enlarge
That is the heart's
person
greatest
land.
challenge.
So normally you don't want to enlarge archers because it reduces their dexterity, but since he can use his wisdom on his attack rolls versus dexterity, there's no reason not to enlarge him since he's using a compound bow that increases strength and so increases damage. So we're
I'll
going
watch you
to
back.
do
I'm
that.
here. Where else would I be?
Alright, let's take care of a couple other things real fast. The potion of bark skin on her. Reduce person on her, I think. Go ahead and pop bless. Oh, here we go. Bless weapon on him. Summon Wolf 2. What else do we got? So I don't think protection from evil and protection from chaos stack. I think it only chooses one of them when you have both active. Magic missiles. I might have him do that. You can't sneak attack with them, but it'll keep him out of combat. I don't trust him not to get killed. Bull strength from a main character. Alright, I think we're all set. Looks pretty good to me. Would love to have haste, but other than that,
We
I
must
think
stop
we're...
this war. There is no hope, only us. The gods have abandoned. What was I saying just now?
Alright, so we're going to
Wanna
reduce
play
his armor
together?
class.
Am I doing it wrong?
I'm all ears.
Lan,
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
alright. Reduces armor class.
Are we in
Lan.
trouble yet?
Perfect strike. I need to give these potions to Sela, I think.
Together we stand.
Let's do defensive fighting with her as well.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
We'll have her charge into...
Did I mess up again? I will help where I can.
Alright, let's try this again. Have her charge in.
I am prepared.
Main character will challenge and charge as well. I'm gonna have him come up this way, though.
I heed the voice
I need
of
her
the
up here as
spirits.
well. Don't charge yet.
I will fight.
Oh, there it is. Alright, we're starting. Whoopsies.
Did I mess up again?
Alright, dazzling display. Everyone else get into
Endure
position.
this.
Boost armor class. We have grease on somebody, don't we? Yeah, so let's have this back here. Alright, then magic missile him to death.
You won't stop us.
And see where that gets us.
The spirits demand your blood.
So he's still using perfect strike. We're all set there. Alright, Wolf is down. Didn't expect him to last very long anyway. Both of them are stunned.
Into the fray.
Alright, challenge him. And charge into the fray, please. Thank you. Wait, why'd he just fall off his horse? I couldn't tell you. Oh, I need to take these potions off of Camellia, I think. Give them to Sela, since she's the one that's currently being focused.
This will hurt.
I think everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Just not going very well.
This will leave. Just sit here.
Alright, now she's dead. Great.
Don't worry
Well,
about
she's
me.
unconscious. She's not dead yet.
A calculated risk.
I'll just sit here.
Is
Don't
excruciating.
worry about me.
And we're doing okay.
This should
So this is how it feels.
22 damage. Heck yeah.
This was not
And now he's
part
dead.
of the plan.
Right now he has mirror image up. Woljif, don't die.
Make every strike count.
Well, that's a game over. Shoot. I really thought we had it. I don't know what happened to cause my main character to fall off his horse. Because the horse didn't die, he was still at full health. So we'll try that one more time. If it fails, we'll probably just wait till the next episode and take this guy out.
I am
I
prepared.
really thought we had that.
We will win this war.
I'll watch your back.
Ready for anything.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
No reason to pause.
Our defensive fighting. Have her charge into the fray.
Did I mess up again?
Focus on the
You come
goal.
up here.
You're a
Let's
good
see.
person. I like you.
Produces attack rules this time instead.
Yet another obstacle.
I don't think Grease worked on him at all last time, did it? Maybe we can't try.
Pain is excruciating. So this is how it
Oh, she's already down. Great. Well, this is not going smoothly at all.
So this is how it feels.
See, he just keeps getting knocked off. I don't know what's causing that. You have no idea what's causing that.
Surrender or else.
I mean, he's almost dead. I just need my main character to stand up and start punching him with his
Let's
spear,
try
and we
this
should be all
way.
set. Or, better yet, let's get rid of this and just go up there and attack
Cover
with
me, all right?
Hey, we did it! We only lost Camellia, but we have, Alright, I'm tired of these tutorials popping up. We have this. So, easy peasy.
No mistakes.
Alright, he should be fine now. What do we have? Heavy shield. Mithril heavy shield +2. And some healing that we desperately need. I guess that's the reward for doing this. Because we can't loot his body. Okay, cool. Oh, just like the water elemental. Took us 2 tries. Yeah, what is he affected by? Really forgot that he leveled up. So he needs a point of intelligence so he can get outflank, I believe. Which will be the next feat that he gets along with my main character. I believe it's a minimum of 3 intelligence for outflank.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I know what to do.
Alright, I think we're in the clear. Let's cross here real fast, get this experience.
Pretty good, aren't I?
And a quick save, and the next one we'll finish exploring this market square. We have the whole southwest
I'm
corner to do.
Wounded. Time's not
Alright,
waiting.
he needs to heal up some more.
I am prepared. Oh,
So how long does this last? Alright, it's almost over. Alright. That should be it. I hope. Okay. I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we'll explore the southwest corner and hopefully finish up the market square so we can proceed throughout the rest of Canabris. We've been here for a while, but there's a lot to do here, so it's fine. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.